I want to become a better shooter because I had an opportunity to play in front of coaches and I wasn't shooting my best. So it felt like I didn't do what I was supposed to do. It's like I went to work and did no work because that is part of my job, to knock down shots and be the shooter. I want to have the perfect shot, but there's already some stuff stopping me from doing that. And one of them is time. I only have 30 minutes to finish this whole workout. And that's because the only time I could play basketball was at 6:30, but there is volleyball at 7. But either way, I'm going to make use of the time I have and get a couple reps. Google says NBA players in training can take a wide range of shots, with elite players like Stephen Curry known to take around 500 per day. I want to make 500, but of course, I'm not Stephen Curry. So on day 1, I started with 100 shots. And each day I plan to increase that by 15. This way it will help me work up to 500 makes by the end of the 30 days. I started off the workout with a 3-spot shooting drill. First, you start off with form shots. You have to make 5. Then you move to the next spot, which is the mid-range. You also gotta make 5 here. Then you go to the 3-point line and it's the same thing. And I plan to go around the world, so that's 15 makes each spot. That puts me at 75 already, and that is already a lot of made shots. And I'm not gonna make 75 straight. Of course, I'm gonna be missing. So that means I'm gonna be using a lot of the time to make 75. But there's also something else that is stopping me from completing my 100 for the day. I'm lucky enough to have a rebounder today, but he doesn't know I'm doing this, and he also has to shoot too. So that 75 is times 2, and it's gonna be taking up a whole lot of my time, especially because my rebounder is getting distracted. But to be fair, he doesn't know what I'm doing right now. Today is forcing me to be very consistent, but I'm having trouble doing that. I have a couple ideas why my shot was just not going in. One is because I'm not letting it fly. For some reason, I'm just holding on to the ball for too long, which is messing up my arc and having me to hit front rim. Also, the other couple of days, my shoulder has just been killing me because I had like a kink in my traps and it just felt weird. Felt like I couldn't rotate my arms properly. It made it very hard for me to stretch, and when I tried, I did the best I could. But I feel like it wasn't enough because my arms feel tight. It literally feels like I can't put arc on the ball. But when I have a really good stretch, it's easier for me to do that. So I have to make sure before every workout I'm stretching, especially my shoulders. But I also feel like I'm in a shooting slump. I don't know what happened, but the ball just has been feeling foreign to me. It's like I'm not holding the ball properly, but if I grip it too hard, now something else is going wrong. I never used to have this problem, but the only solution for it is to keep shooting. Eventually I'll get it back. So this is why I'm also doing this. 1, because it will keep me consistent, and 2, because I want to put up a lot of shots. Also because I plan on playing a men's league this summer. So you guys are gonna get a lot of men's leagues videos again. Not saying I can't drop a lot of points just off layups and floaters and stuff, but hitting that 3 will just make it a lot easier. And it makes it harder for people to guard me. I also feel like I'm not letting it flow. There'll be sometimes when I'm shooting, I'm way too tense, and I feel like that's causing me to miss. But when I'm nice and relaxed and letting it flow, then I'm consistently hitting shots. Me recording my workouts has helped me so much because I can see what I'm doing bad and I can see what I'm doing good. I could think that I'm playing like Kyrie, but I'm really playing like Anthony Bennett. Especially for shooting, a lot of people think they shoot a certain way, but they don't. I'm really proud of my shot because it came a long way. It didn't always used to look like this. And to get it like this, it took many reps. I'm willing to take many reps to become a better shooter. After we finished going around the world, we started doing corner to wing. That's where I catch the ball, shoot it in the corner, and run to the wing, catch and shoot. I don't care if I miss or I make it, I keep on going. I do have to wait for my rebounder. This is usually better if you have 3 people, but it can still work if you have 2. But I made it very easy for my rebounder because I was not missing. But when I do miss, you see sometimes I'll wait for my rebounder. I don't want to get to the spot before my rebounder can actually pass it to me. I want to get there at the same time the ball is coming, so I can just catch, shoot, and I'm shooting in one motion. It'll give it a more in-game like feeling. Here I'm trying to make 10. That will bring us to 85 makes. I still just have 15 more to go. This isn't a lot for me because I usually do this. 100 makes is something I was doing from when I was in grade 7, and I was doing that almost every day. I remember when I first started, my hands used to cramp, literally stopping me from shooting. I want you guys to pay attention to my footwork. Always leading with my inside foot to step in and catch the shot. If you guys don't know, shooting really starts with your feet. feet. I can really look at someone's feet and tell you if they have a bad shot or not. It helps with aim, power, balance. So me being able to align and set my feet correctly fast enough is very useful in game. This is what this drill is focused on. I'm going to be going downhill full speed and I have to try to stop at the 3-point line and shoot it. Here, the footwork doesn't really matter. Sometimes you see me go right, left, or sometimes you see me go left, right. Yes, since it's in my left hand, I should go right, left. But that's not the focus right now. I'm more focused on setting my feet fast enough to get my shot off, to a point where I don't really have to slow down and I could just keep on running. It's very important that I'm able to shoot out any situation, especially because I'm a guard. I have to be very versatile. So that's why I say the feet don't really matter in the situation. Either way, I should be able to shoot rather I'm going left, right, or right, left. Because at the end of the day, my feet are still getting set the same way. At this point, I already made my 100 for the day. But why would I stop when I have all this time left? And if I stop shooting at 100, it doesn't feel like I got a good workout. So I may as well use up the time and put more reps in, especially because I was hidden and I didn't want to stop. Even though I already made my 10 make, I went over because I wasn't missing. That's why when I finally missed, I just gave the ball to my rebound because it was his turn from time. I just kept on shooting. I wanted to do something different, something a little bit saucy, but my rebounder is also injured. And right here, he asked me if we could just stick to spot up shooting because he was just not feeling right. And all these explosive moves, it was something that he just couldn't do. I could have just done the drill and he do something else. But it was actually smart that I didn't do that drill. One, because I accidentally forgot what I was doing and wanted to do layups instead. I'm used to mixing up my workouts and do some shooting and some layup. And also it's good that we didn't do that drill because I want to get out of my shooting slump. So I really need to focus on putting up a lot of reps. Some simple, easy shots so I can just get the feel of the ball again. I know that the camera isn't fully on me so you can't see what I'm doing, but the next drill I was doing is just run into the ball, catch and shoot. Then I'm backpedaling to the pillar and then I run back and catch and shoot again. I didn't want to move the camera just yet because I started off hidden. If I didn't miss, the camera wouldn't have got moved. It's actually crazy that I say I'm in a shooting slump because while I'm watching this back, it doesn't look like I am. I'm hidden consistently and my shot looks like it's flowing pretty nice. I don't know if that's just because I like this drill or it's because I'm out of my slump. I don't know. But either way, it should be like this every spot no matter what. It shouldn't matter what drill I'm doing. Rather it's off the dribble or catch and shoot, I should be making them consistently. I was training someone, I was trying to fix their shot. He does something where he flicks to the right, so it messes up the direction that shot is going. And he asked me, is everyone's shooting flaw the same? And I said, no, some people's are different. He only asked this because, especially for kids, I always tell them, oh, they usually have similar weaknesses. Like how you see some kids shooting from their chest because they're not strong enough to bring it up. But for him, that's not the case. It's his own personal habit. And when I'm watching me shoot, I can see sometimes I go back into my bad habit. For my guide hand, I tend to turn it a little bit too much. So it looks like I'm trying to give someone a high five in the air. Even though mine isn't that big of a flaw, I do feel like it helps me aim a lot better when I keep it straight. So when I'm shooting, I always be thinking about that. Let me keep my hand straight. These shoelaces have been pissing me off because every 2 seconds I have to retie them. It doesn't matter if I knot them or not, they're gonna come undone. And I don't know if it's because I touched my shoelace, but now I can't hit any shots. This is what I was talking about before. That's why I felt like I was just really comfortable with that last drill. Because it's not even like this drill is hard for me. I have done it plenty of time. But for some reason, nothing I do is work. So I'm going back to my first plan. Just keep on shooting. I'm really just feeling out my shot. And when I feel the right motion, I'm gonna keep on trying to do that same motion. Because that's really all shooting is. It's doing the same shot over because it works. Yes, there's multiple shots that can work. I was literally arguing with my TikTok commenters on this. Because I made a TikTok talking about signs that you're not a good shooter. And I said when you're leaning into your shot heavily, that is a sign you're not a good shooter. And I said that because that is a sign that you're not a good shooter. And you often see it a lot in kids because they don't have enough power. And then someone says, no, Stephen Curry leans into his shot. The difference is Stephen Curry shooting from half court. Anyone's gonna lean forward into their shot if they're shooting from that far. But when you go to the 3-point line, are you leaning into your shot? If you go to the mid-range, are you leaning into your shot? If you are, then that's something to worry about. If Stephen Curry goes to the 3-point line, he's not doing that. It's a regular calm shot. I really don't remember how it ended, but I just remember someone else coming in and they're saying you guys are both right. Do I think we're both right? No, because I'm talking about a regular shot. But anyways, what he was saying was correct though. We are both right in terms of the situation. I'm getting really frustrated on this side because I'm missing way too much. And I'm trying to change a bunch of different stuff, but it's just not working. And I know I already reached my goal for today, but I still just need to keep on shooting. I have about 5 minutes to complete my workout, and my partner still haven't shot yet, and we still have to do one more drill, because really we're just repeating the same thing that we did on the other side. So the next drill is corner to wing, and for some reason I can shoot now. I just think it's because I really like catch and shoot, which I guess is something that I have to work on, and I guess that's another reason why we're doing this. But after we're done the drills, I was just in a dunking mood and I wanted to throw down some dunks. First, I started off with the little one hand. I was really just testing the water. I don't know why, but I just been in love with doing two hands lately. I wasn't even feeling bouncy, so I don't know why I wanted to dunk. But today is a leg day, so technically I should be dunking. But it's actually working in my favor because I'm tiring out my legs first, and then I'm gonna go do my workout. But I just realized I never dunk for my YouTube channel. I always be dunking for my TikTok. I think it's just because they always ask me to do it, but I be making vertical videos and not dunking. So I just find it funny. A staff worker comes up to me and he's talking about how I could jump so high. He basically just said that he's always amazed that I could dunk, because it's not like I'm super tall or my wingspan is super long. It's literally just me having a high vertical. And I appreciate that because I have trained to get this vertical. I remember when I couldn't dunk, man. And now I don't even want to dunk. Yeah, it's a good thing to have, but if I get a fast break, the chances of me dunking is very slim. And it's not because I don't think I can make it. It's just that I do a lot during games. So I kind of have to be smart about the amount of energy I'm using to score 1 point. Dunking takes a lot of energy. And the type of player I am, I'm the type to play 94 feet. So you want me to dunk it and play full court defense? That's a lot already. But now I also have to run around like I'm Stephen Curry and hit threes. If I have a team that's really strong and someone else that can score a lot, then sure, I would risk it. Today we're working on legs. First, I start off with a back squat. Each set I'm going up. So every time I do 10 reps, I increase the weight. I do that for 3 sets. And I do one more set where I put on a light weight and I do a lot. I call this the burnout. This is something you'll see a lot of coaches do. They usually start off with you working out. And then at the end of the workout, you have to play a game. They want to see how well you play when you're tired, because this will really tell how you're going to do in game. Because when you're tired, all your stats are going to go down. It's the ones that push through and try to keep them up. But that's why I'm training like this. I do my regular workout, which is 3 sets of 10, and then I do one more set where I try to do as many as I can. Working out like this has helped me become a better basketball player, and same with working out in general. When I was younger, I was already athletic, so it wasn't like I needed to work out. But when I started, you saw a big difference in my performance. Of course, the basic stuff. I run faster, jump higher. But a lot of people don't think how it can help you with basketball. This is a physical ass sport. I'm playing guys that are usually 6'8", 6'5", way taller than me. And those guys are usually heavier than me. So I have to be very strong to play this game. It'll help me on defense, and it'll also help me in my shooting. The ball is actually pretty heavy, and the 3-point line is pretty far, especially if you're shooting from NBA range. To get this heavy ball from that distance to the basket, it takes a lot of power, and doing that constantly is pretty draining. So you have to train your muscles a certain way that they get used to performing when they're tired. Soon I'm going to be focused on a different way of training. For the last couple months, I have been strength training. Now I have to become faster. I have been waiting for this day to come because that's when the real work starts. You're gonna see a big change in my vertical and my speed. That's because we're gonna be focusing on more athletic movements. Yes, I was still doing a bit of it, but now we go full out. Here we're doing tuck jumps. This is one of the athletic movements I was talking about. I also have to train for my sport. So the same way in basketball how you jump, we're gonna work on that. The same way we play defense, we're also gonna work on that. I never actually get to show my core workout because my camera is always dying. I mostly just get to show the basketball workout and a little bit of the actual workout. But I be doing core every day. If you guys made it to the end, day 1 is complete. And I have a gift for you guys. A discount on the Perfect Shooting Program. This program includes the exact same way that I learned how to shoot. I broke it down so I could share it with all of you guys. It includes videos and a step-by-step way of how to do the drills. It also has a bunch of tips. Go check it out in the description. I'll see you on day 2.